own country, showcase New Zealand. And Auckland in particular. I mean, Auckland, I used to live there, I don't anymore, but it's, as I said, New Zealand's biggest city. There's about over 1.5 million people, which isn't very big, but by our standards it is. And it's set on an isthmus between two harbours, and it's the most volcanic city in the world. It's got about 50 volcanic cones, but they're all extinct, bar one. There's an island off in the harbour called Rangitoto, and that one is dormant. But the rest of them are extinct, and quite a few of them have been quarried away, so they're not really hills anymore. But yeah, so I wanted to showcase Auckland and the rest of the country, because they do travel, the characters do travel the length of the country over the course of the story. And yeah, New Zealand is a beautiful place.
Well, it sounds like it. And Sue, again, I want to thank you for joining us today on the Books on Air podcast.
Yeah, my pleasure.
My guest today has been Sue Dawson, author of the book Pensioned Off: Baby Boomers Out to Pasture. And you can find more about her book on Amazon, and I'll link to that in the show notes, so be sure to check that out. You've been listening to the Books on Air podcast, brought to you on webtalkradio.net. You can also hear this podcast on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and Apple Podcasts. I'm Sloan Fremont, and I hope you'll join us for the next Books on Air podcast. Remember, you never know who's going to be here, and you never know what we're going to talk about. Thank you so much for listening.